Namaste. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining me for yoga. I am so happy because today is full moon and it is considered to be the full wolf moon. Every month we have a full moon. It's when the moon and the sun are in opposition around the earth. So the light of the sun shines on the face of the moon that's facing us. We on earth are in between the sun and the moon. And then the moon kind of moves around during the month and different parts of its lighted half side are shown to us. But right now, the full lit side of the moon is, good morning Leslie, is shown to us. And so when the moon is full, some people believe that that gives us power and strength. It's a beginning of a new cycle. It's refreshing. So I like to encourage anything that brings in positivity into your life. And so, you know, it's up to you if you want to embrace that idea or not. I do choose to embrace it, and we're going to celebrate the full moon today with a little bit of the moon salutation. That's a series of postures that we'll do close to the end of our hour, and it's a standing series. But to start off, we are going to honor all things that are spherical, because the moon is full and we see that beautiful circle in the sky tonight. If you have a chance, go out, give it some moments of your life to just gaze at the moon tonight, and maybe even give it a howl into the sky like you're a wolf. How long has it been since you had a really good howl? Yes, good morning sunshine to you too, Audrey, and to Craig. Thank you for being with me today. So we're just going to start by sitting comfortably with a nice straight back and bring those hands to prayer pose. Bow your head, close your eyes, offer your gratitude to the heavens. And ask your energy, your mind, your busy brain that's thinking of all the things you have to do, ask it to just calm down and focus on the breath. Take a moment for yourself here to just fill your heart with gratitude and love. Make a request of the universe, whatever it is that your heart desires, your deepest, truest self. Maybe you're seeking understanding or peace. Maybe you need power, strength. Whatever you seek, know that if you truly ask with an open and loving heart, you shall be given that which you seek. Thank you. I feel the energy already coming from you. Thank you for that. Let's put those hands together, spread the fingers wide apart, and let your fingertips push a little bit. And the thumb tips push a little bit. Open it out and get those elbows wide. We're going to push with the fingertips. Push, push, push. And then let the hand flatten as you push the hand and the fingertips together. Use the muscles of the hands. Use the muscles of the arms and shoulders. Push. Keep your back beautifully straight. Beautiful posture. Elevate through the spine. The top of the head reaching up. Push, push, push with your fingertips and your thumb tips, your little fingertips. The heel of the hand, the wrist area. Anywhere that the hand is in contact with the other hand, push. Using all the muscles of the arms and shoulders, let's try and activate the muscles of the chest and the back and the sides underneath your armpits. Keep pushing, keep breathing. Keep pushing, keep breathing. Strong through the arms, strong through the hands, strong through the back. Strong through the shoulders and the sides, underneath the armpits and the chest. Nice. Let's interlock the fingers, wrap those fingers down across the hands, and then pull, 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 using all the same muscles that you used when you were pushing. Pull, pull, pull. Keep breathing. Activate those arms and the shoulder blades. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, release. Let's push through an inverted hand, forward, round the back, drop the head. Release your belly. Reach the hands forward. Feel your shoulder blades shift in the back, creating a little space between them. Keep breathing. Two more breaths. Push forward. And then keep your arms just like that, but lift them up overhead, stretch it tall. Breathe in. Keep reaching up, keep breathing. Bring those hands back down to prayer pose. Soften the body. Release any energy in the shoulders, arms. Let your hands be soft. And now I want you to think of the base of your spine at the very tailbone behind, and imagine that it starts to move in a sinuous undulation upward. It's not very much of a move, but you feel it. So we're going to let our hands rest on the knees and just begin to move the hips as if you're trying to do an infinity symbol or a figure 8. And bring that undulation up through the spine. So we're just shifting our weight on our hips and bringing that undulation up the spine. Let the head tilt a little bit at the very end of your undulation. It starts at the tailbone and moves up. This is the Kundalini energy. It's excellent for a full moon celebration. The Kundalini energy is sometimes seen as a snake, and you know you've seen that medical insignia with the snake curling up. That is an honor or how shall we say, recognition of the myth or the theory or the belief of this Kundalini energy that lives in the spine, moving from the tailbone up, up, up. It's kind of difficult to make it go up because we naturally want to work down. So this is lifting and rising up. All right, let's take a minute to stretch out our legs. I'm going to push the camera back. Stretch those legs out. Pulling the flesh away from your sitting bones to connect your weight down into the earth. Flex your ankles and lift through the spine. We do this almost every time we come together, and it's always, always, always a welcome moment when the body connects down into the earth and lifts up. Flex those ankles and open the back of the knees down into the earth. Let the energy of the legs pour through the back of the knees into the earth. Lift your heart and your sternum up. Shoulders go back and down. Relax your arms. Lift the top of the head up. Breathe. Beautiful. Let's relax the legs and open them up a little bit. Let the knees bend a little bit out. And we're just going to wobble our legs in and out, in and out, in and out. And now, make them a little wider. Bring the hands in between the knees on the floor and walk your hands forward, rounding the back, soften through the body. Nothing difficult here. Make it just be a forward fold. Drop the head, relax. Pushing the hands against the floor, take one step back so you're not at your most extreme step or position. We're going to walk the hands to the right and let the body come all the way over to the right. Nose coming close to the floor. Push back and walk back to the middle. And come down again. All the way forward, round the back, soften the body, let the head be heavy and relax. Breathe deep and easy. against the floor, one step back so you're not at your extreme forward fold. Walk your hands the other way, all the way on the outside of the legs, and bring your nose close to the floor. And walk back to the middle. Reach forward. Maybe the elbows come down to the floor. Palms can be up or down, whatever works for you. Relax. Drop your head. And hands to the floor. Push and walk yourself back up. Nice. Let's bend one heel in towards the groin and open the other leg out. So this is like a half straddle sit. And we're just going to do some nice gentle side bends. Take that hand that's resting on your long outstretched leg and slide it towards your ankle and back up. All the way down. All the way back up. All the way down. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, stretch over and up. This time we're going to stay down, hold on to your shin or your ankle or your foot, and let that other hand reach up and over in a big arc across the sky, celebrating the path of the moon overhead. Reach up, bring it to the floor, bring it down, and over. One more time, up. Exhale, reach over. And just stay down for a moment. And then all the way back up again. Let's switch the legs the other way. And this time we bend the other way, bringing the hand down towards the ankle and back up towards the hip. Stretch it over and over. Exhale. Sitting up tall, inhale. Exhale. Over we go. Let's do this 3 more times, nice and slow. All right, let's stay down. Let that hand that's resting on your bent knee reach up and over, tracing the path of the moon in the sky overhead. Celebrating the moon today. The full moon. Full wolf moon tonight. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Move ever so softly, smooth, controlled, graceful. Nice. And let's come down and just hold for just a moment. Feel the stretch in the side body, create air. Create space in between the ribs and in the armpit. And up we come. Bringing both knees in. Let's bring the soles of the feet together here. Let the soles of the feet be right together, closed book. And the knees can come down as far as they want to go. You can always put a pillow underneath your knees if you need a little support. I only have one pillow with me today that I'm usually have my 2, but that's okay. If you want, you can wrap your hands around those beautiful toes and pull gently as you bring your posture back up to a wonderful arched back. Shoulders go back, chin, forehead, lift. Those beautiful cheeks, lift. Relax your shoulders, let them just hang easily. And then look down at your feet, and see if you can open them up like a book. And you can see the bottoms of your feet down. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Curl them in, like you're scrunching them in. And then open them up wide. Big breath in. Blow out, scrunch those toes in, almost like you're trying to bring the toes to point back at the heels. Working the muscles in the arch of the foot. Spread the toes wide, bend them back. Inhale, exhale, squeeze it down. 2 more times, back and forth. Any speed is perfect. If you want to wiggle them fast, that's okay. Let's do it again. Nice. Bring those knees up and wrap your arms around your knees. Bring the heels into a flexed position so the toes are off the ground, but the heels are still on the ground. And just hug those knees into your chest. And if you want, you can even bow your head and tuck your face right into that little private space between the knees and the chest. Nice. Stretch the legs out again. Pull the flesh away again if that suits you. Let's see if we can do a forward fold with a little bit more vigor and intensity. So we flex the ankles just a little. You don't have to do a super strong flex there. Get those toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Tighten up the muscles in the knees and the thighs. We're going to reach straight up from the shoulders. So imagine you're lifting something heavy up, up, up towards the ceiling. Reach it up. And then we're going to angle the fingers and the top of the head towards the top of the wall across the room, a 45-degree angle with a straight back. Hold. Every time you inhale, reach a little farther towards that top of the wall across the room. But you're looking down at your legs, so you're reaching with the top of your head and your fingertips. And every time you exhale, sink down just a hair. Tiny, tiny hair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink just a little. Inhale, reach. And sink. Reach. And sink. See if you can grab a hold of your feet or your ankles or your shins and just grab with strong hands. Pull gently and release. Pull gently, stretching the back of the legs and the hips, but also lengthening through the lower back, creating a little extra space in the spine. Breathe in, pull. Exhale, round and lower the head. Inhale, pull, and straighten that back again, lifting through the top of the head. Exhale, round the back, drop the face, down towards your knees. And one more time. We inhale and pull gently. Exhale, collapse down, totally soft now. Allow yourself to be in a forward fold that's completely soft and relaxed and heavy on the ground. No effort in the body except your breath. And slowly just drag your fingers back up as you lift the body up and find yourself in that beautiful lifted position again. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. We're going to bring the arms out to the side. Breathe in, reach up. Interlock your fingers and let's put our hands in temple pose. That means just your index finger is pointing up and all the other fingers are clasped down, and we squeeze the shoulders and the biceps against your ears, lifting up. Stretch up, breathe in. And then bring it down. Nice. Let's see if we can come up onto our knees and sit back down on our heels. So we're sitting in the hero pose. If this doesn't work for you, you can put a pillow under your knees or under your tailbone. You can even sort of sit straddle on a pillow, sort of like you're riding a horse. If all of those things are not so great for you, you're welcome to sit any position that works for you. But do try to have a straight back and shoulders squeezed back and down. So imagine you're holding something precious in your hand. Your soul, your heart, your favorite flower, your favorite crystal, or I even have a clear glass orb that I use for photography sometimes. So just place whatever you want in your hand, or you can just imagine something. And we're just going to take it in a circle all the way around. Breathe in at the top and down at the bottom, all the way around. Reach it up, breathe in. This again, honoring the sacred circle, and getting us ready for that full moon that we're going to see tonight. Let's turn it around the other way, all the way around the other way. Breathe in at the top, out at the bottom. Even if you have nothing in your hands, imagine that you have something precious that you're holding carefully in your hands and letting it circle around as big a circle as you can. Reach up and around and down, up and around and down. Breathe in and out. All right. If you're curious what this is, I got it on the internet. I don't know. It's just a glass orb that reflects light really beautifully, and it's good for photography. Something that I got, and I use it sometimes for meditation. All right, so now we're still seated in hero pose. Let's bring our hands into eagle pose. So we're going to cross at the elbows and wrap the forearms. Fingertips go into the palm of the hand, or something like that, and then we reach up and down. Reach it up, breathe in, and bring it down. Reach it up, down, release and unwind the arms, bring them out to the side, and behind the tailbone, interlock your hands behind your tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Lift your chin, lift your cheeks, lift your forehead, lift your top of your head. Lift the sternum, draw the front of the body up. And release, open the hands out to the side, palms up, reach up, breathe in. Bring it down. Let's cross the elbows the other way, wrap the arms, fingers come into the palm of the hand or something close to it, and up and down. Breathe in, up and down, and up, down, and up, and down. Unwind the arms, reach it out, stretch it out. Your hands behind your tailbone, clasp your fingers together. Let's see, can you put your fingers the other way? So, you know, we normally do it this way. Just shift it over. Can you do it just a little bit different? Feels really weird, but it's good to do things differently than we always do it. So squeeze back, lift through the front of the body and the face, up and breathe in. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift through the front of the body. Transform the shape of your torso. Breathe in. Out. Release, arms out, palm up, reach up, breathe in, and bring those prayer hands down. Take a moment, center yourself. Let's bring the hands palm up by the feet and round the back. Drop the head down towards your knees. Relax in child's pose. Wonderful. Now put your hands on the floor close to your knees, but wider. And we're going to slide the back foot back. Change my position for the camera here. Slide one foot back and scoot back. Dropping your gaze down towards your knee. We're going to slide that knee back up to join the other knee. You may need to get up on your toe back there to push a little bit and get yourself back up onto your knees, and then slide the other knee back and sit back on that heel, gazing down. And this brings a lot of energy into that thigh, the quadricep muscle. And we're going to bring the toes to the ground for a little push. Push yourself back up onto your knees. And now we find ourselves in table position. Yeah, just hands and knees. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, please, and separate your fingers out on the mat. If you want, you can try to push your fingertips down into the mat, and that protects your wrist a little bit and energizes your hands and your fingers in a really positive way. And we're just going to push away with our shoulders so we're not scrunching and collapsing in the shoulders and neck. Push away. And round the back, drop your head, drop your tailbone, cat position. Slowly come back to a flat table and then sink down in the middle of the back, pushing away with your shoulders. Don't collapse. Lift your face, lift your tailbone. Middle of the back can just sink down like a hammock hanging from your shoulders and your hips. Slowly we arch up again and drop the tailbone, drop the head. Reaching up with the middle of the back, reach up like a big arch. And then coming back down. Bring the face up, bring the tailbone up. Push away with your shoulders, don't collapse the shoulders. Let's go back and forth between the cat and the cow position. The arch and the sway. Any speed is perfect here. Enjoy the movement, keeping that spine flexible. We don't want any stiffness in our back. We want to be fluid and youthful and free in our movement at all times. If you have aches and pains, this is one of the nicest things you can do on a daily basis. I would even suggest at least twice a day, morning and night. You don't even have to be down on the floor on your hands and knees. You can be standing and put your hands on a table or the back of the sofa or even the wall. Just give yourself some breath here. And now we're going to try to balance. Move this pillow. Keep that right wrist and fingertips pressing down, and your left knee. Extend your back leg out. Extend your right leg out, and in your left hand. And make it a nice flat surface from fingertips to heel. Looking down or forward. Whichever helps you keep your balance poised. Keep breathing. Reach with the fingertips, reach with the heel. Make the distance between your fingertips and heel as long as possible. And let's switch sides. Reach with fingertips and the heel. Arm and leg parallel to the floor. And hands down, knees down. Return to cat and cow, arch and sway. Coming back to a flat back, look around your shoulder and try to see your hip. Stick the hip out, try to see it. If you don't see it, it's okay. And then sway your head around the other way. Look around that shoulder for the hip. Stick the hip out. Back and forth we go. Take your time. You can work the shoulders and bend the elbow. As you look left, bend the right elbow. As you look right, bend the left elbow. Move some muscular tissue around in that upper back. Breathe as you move. Come back to a table position. Get those knees a little wider and bring your big toes to touch behind. Sink back, hips go down to the heels. Chest comes down to the floor. Turn your face to one side. Lay your face on the mat and relax. Wide-legged pose of a child. carefully lift the face up and turn the other cheek down to the ground. Push against the ground and bring yourself back up to a table. And we resume cat and cow, arch and sway, arch and sway, cat and cow. Turn the toes under and go into hovering table. Bring those knees off the ground 1 inch. Hold it. Keep breathing. If you want a challenge, you can try and pick one leg up into the air. And then down. And the other leg up into the air. And down. Let's find ourselves in downward dog. Lift the hips up and back. Stretch through the shoulders and arms. Big breath in. Exhale and back down. The pose of a child. Forehead to the floor. Super awesome. So let's come down onto our elbows here. And find yourself in low plank. Stretch those legs out. Toes are on the ground. Bring the hips down low. And push back through your Achilles tendon and heels. Stretching that back of the calf. Hold. Breathe. And then drop down all the way to the mat. And rest in belly down, Savasana. Relax. Roll over onto our side. I'm going to just position myself a little bit. Scoot the camera back even more. Right, onto our side. Side resting pose, also known as fetal position. Take a moment to just be comfortable. Your hand can rest on your hip, and your head can rest on your shoulder. Let's put the hand on the hip, down on the ground in front of the chest for a little support. Bring that top leg up. The knee is bent. Circle it around. As big as you're comfortable with. If anything feels awkward or tender or sensitive or painful, please modify so that it doesn't hurt you, doesn't trigger you, or you can just rest and wait until you want to participate with us again. So we're just circling that knee all the way around. And again, make it as big as you're comfortable with. Big, and breathe a lot. Change direction, go the other way around the circle. Breathe. Let's bring our hand to reach for the big toe. Use your two first fingers and grab onto that big toe. Stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. And slowly come back to resting in your side resting pose, fetal position. Hand comes back to the hip. If you need to and want to, you can give your hip a bit of a massage. Some thanks for that flanks, and maybe even make a fist and pound, getting into that muscle back there. Biggest muscle in the body. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Let go everything in the body. Let your mind just drift. Close your eyes. And let's roll onto our tummies now. Take a moment to sort yourself out. Let's lift the head, lift the arms, and lift the legs. The legs are straight. You're lifting from the hips, you're not bending your knees and just lifting your feet up. You're lifting the whole leg off the floor. Lift up. Your arms can be light and easy, like butterfly wings, gentle and soft. Squeeze the buttocks and lift the legs. And let's go ahead and collapse down. Take a moment for yourself here before we roll on to the other side. And on over to your other side, fetal position, side resting pose. I'm with you, don't worry. Hand to the floor in front of your chest, just a little support there. Bend that knee and lift up. We're circling the knee as big as we feel like is good for us, not allowing any discomfort to come into the hip. Lift and circle, breathe. Change direction, go the other way. Keep breathing in at the top, out at the bottom. And hold that bent leg up. Grab the big toe with your first two fingers. Stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, bend the knee and come back to side resting pose. And hand to the floor, push yourself up, all the way up. Let's do Mermaid Seat, where both the feet are going to the side, and we're going to circle the hand all the way around, really working that shoulder. If you want, you can put your fingertips on your shoulder and just circle the elbow, or you can reach with your full hand and your full arm. That's two different ways, but we're really working the shoulder. Big circle with the shoulder. It's not just the arm, the whole shoulder is circling around. And again, remember, we're breathing as we move. Change direction, go the other way. Beautiful. Sitting back in our normal easy seat, cross-legged. Let's see if we can take the right hand up, bend the elbow and drop the fingers down between the shoulder blades. And then the other hand is going to come back below and reach up. Maybe you can touch your fingertips together. Maybe you can even hook your fingertips together. That's a possibility, and this is the cow foot position. Opening the chest and stretching those shoulders. The same arm that was circling is now up. If this is too difficult because the hands don't reach, you can always use a belt or a piece of fabric drop it down, and then just grab the fabric behind. Let me show you how that looks. Walk your hands a little closer until you get to where you're at your limit. If you don't need the fabric, you can just reach those fingers together and see if you can clasp. Most people can do it one way, but not the other way, and I admit I am guilty of that. I can do my right hand up, but when my left hand goes up, I can't reach my fingers back there. All right, let's put the legs in mermaid the other direction. One hand to the floor for support, circling that shoulder and that arm around. Breathe in and out. If you don't want to reach your arm out, you can put fingertips to the shoulder and just circle your elbow around. But either way, I want you to think about the shoulder itself moving in a circle, creating a little circle here that the shoulder is tracing through the air. Circle the other way. Back to easy seat, cross-legged. See if we can cross the legs the other way. The way that is not the normal way that we always do. Just see if it works for you. We're going to bring that hand that was just circling up, reach up, bend the elbow, drop the hand by the shoulder blades in the back, in between the shoulder blades, and the other hand reaches behind. This is where I need the fabric, because on my left side I don't have the flexibility that I have on my right side. And that's kind of normal for everybody, I think. Okay, we reach up with the elbow, reach up with the top of the head, lift the front of the body upward. And lift up with the hand up overhead. Arms out to the side. Let's give ourselves a hug. Bring those fingers back, walk them back. And sway. Which arm is on top? Open up and put the other arm on top. Open up wide, loosen the hands way back, breathe in. Exhale, wrap those other arms. Walk your fingers back behind the shoulders if you can, and sway. Settle your swaying down, sit tall and still. Lift the elbows up in front of your face. Open the hands slowly like a flower blooming. And out to the side and down. Rest your hands on your palms up on your knees. Close the eyes, focus on the breath. Try to let the breath fill the lower belly as you breathe in. Pour the air in. Exhale, squeeze everything at the same time, all levels, squeezing in, throat, chest, diaphragm, belly. Exhale. Inhale, pour the air in, filling from bottom to the top. Exhale, squeeze all areas at the same time. So grateful for that, thank you. It's time to get up onto our feet. Let's put our feet on the floor. Get them a little bit wide and the toes can point out. Push yourself up onto your feet and find yourself in the yoga squat pose. Knees and elbows working against each other, pushing against each other, and the hands in prayer pose right at your heart. Draw the front of the body up, draw the face up, shoulders squeeze back and down. Beautiful. Hold here as you breathe. Try to breathe into the deepest part of your body. Breathe in like water pouring into a glass. Hands go to the floor in front of your feet. Lift the hips, drop the head. Begin to sway on your feet, bending one knee and then the other, allowing the torso to swing from side to side. Beautiful. Let's come back to the center. Bend your knees. Let your chest make contact with your thighs. So this right here is in contact. And the head and the arms hang. Hands to your knees. Push yourself up. Straight up. Enjoy your moment of standing. Feel hopefully balanced, comfortable on your feet. Look down and make sure your toes are pointing forward and your heels and the balls of your feet in a strong contact with the ground, lifting the arch of the foot. Let that energy from the arch of the foot rise up to your knees, lifting the knees, tightening the thighs, sucking in the belly, tucking the tailbone under. Lift the sternum, roll your shoulders back, let your arms hang. Top of your head reaches up, long through the spine, reaching up. Mountain pose. Let's picture a beautiful mountain, and just rising behind that mountain, the full moon. Lift your hands up, reaching up for that moon above the mountain's peak. Beautiful. A moment that you will remember, where you're graced with the beauty of the earth and the moon. Reaching up, reach up. Let's bring the hands to prayer pose and slowly soften and bring them down. Take a moment to just stand on your feet, still lengthening through the legs, through the spine. The head is slightly bowed, the arms are soft, and you are centered. Okay, now we're going to do our moon salutation. And let me get a little bit of space on my mat here because I've got wrinkles in my mat and I don't want to have any kind of problem. You need to stand in the middle of your mat, and the feet are actually together here, not under the hips, but just enough so the big toes and maybe the ankles are touching. But still lift through the spine, lift through the thighs, and tuck that belly in. Lift the heart. Arms come out. We're going to do the needle pose, which means you are temple pose with the hands, one finger, index fingers pointing up, everything else clasped. Strong, tall, everything tight, 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 squeezed in. Breathe in. And then we soften. The hands come to prayer pose over the head. The elbows bend slightly. The knees bend slightly. The body softens. And we crescent moon, forward to one side. Reach it up and come back to the needle pose. Stretch up with temple pose the hands. Squeeze the belly in, squeeze the buttocks in. Lift like a needle, tall and skinny. Soften. Prayer hands, everything softens. Crescent moon, the other direction. And back up. Needle pose, straight up. And here we open and take a wide step out to the side. 5-pointed star. Look up at the ceiling, kiss the sky. Bend the elbows, bend the wrists, bend the knees. Point those toes out a little bit. Knees go over the ankles and toes. And we look up through the top of our eyes, stick your tongue out. It's called woman warrior. Bend down and look up. Back to 5-pointed star, kiss the sky. And back to needle pose, one step. Squeeze the buttocks in, tuck the belly in, reach up with the fingertips. Crescent moon. Soft. Needle pose up. Crescent moon the other way. Soft. Needle pose up. Squeeze it tight. Open the other leg steps out. Reach the arms out. 5 pointed stars. Kiss the sky. Kiss the sky. And then bend the elbows, bend the wrists, bend the knees. Toes point out. Squat down. Reach up, look up, tongue out. 5 pointed star. Kiss the sky. Back to woman warrior. Down we go. And straight back to needle pose. One step. Heel it up. Soft crescent. One way. Needle pose up. Soft crescent the other way. And back up. Let's have a namaste. That was beautiful. Bend straight from the waist down. Up. Let's take a wide stance. Your toes are pointing out, a 45-degree angle. Let me get my orb again, my little glass orb. We'll do it again like we did seated before. Honoring the circle. Honoring the circle. We are going to open the knees out and bring the circling down low, all the way up and around. As big as you can. As long as you don't have any discomfort. All the way around. Biggest circle as you can. Let's go the other way. Bring it up, 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 up. Toes in, heels in. Bring those feet underneath the hips again. Stretch it tall. Down, let's come back down to seated. How you guys doing? Good? Hope so. So today's yoga was dedicated to the moon because tonight is a full moon. First full moon of 2021. So it's a wonderful time to build energy in the body, find some goal that you want to achieve and focus it in your mind. Remember that a lot of these symbols that we use are ways to focus our energy, focus our attention, and bring optimism and hope into our heart and into our mind and into our life. So whether you 100% believe it or not, maybe it works just to use it as a tool. And you may find you end up believing it in time, or you may just say, hey, I appreciate that I have this natural cycle, and I'm a part of that. And most of us know that that lunar cycle is a 28-day cycle, which is very important in our health and in the earth, the tides, the cycles of the tides, which is just the water of the ocean responding to the gravity of the moon. And if the water of the ocean does that, and we even know that water in lakes does it to a lesser extent, and our bodies are 70% water, just like the earth, or surface, I should say, then maybe we also feel that rhythm, that cycle of the moons. So I just wanted to hopefully focus your attention. So tonight when you see that moon, take some time to really look at it and appreciate what it means. And let's finish today with, instead of our regular namaste, how long has it been since you had a really good howl? Let's enliven our inner wolf, that wild spirit of nature. And here we go. We're going to howl and open the mouth wide. And then kiss the ceiling, kiss the moon. Ow. Hey, you gotta have fun sometimes. You gotta be a kid. Where's that silliness? Where's that playful attitude? Howl with me now, folks. Tonight when you see the full moon, do it again. Make people think you're crazy. Why not? You gotta have fun in life. Namaste. Have a great day. See you soon. Next Tuesday. Bye-bye.